broadcast tonight of Panthers football, the first event this year that will be live
Tonight's
streamed.
Eastern Coteau Conference game features the visiting Britain Hecla Braves and your Great Plains Lutheran Panthers.
So we're about ready to announce the starting lineups here tonight.
Two schools participating in this event are members of the South Dakota High School Activities Association, which have adopted the rules under which this game is played. A strong commitment to excellence, fair play, and sportsmanship are all vital to this activity's success. Everyone is expected to respect the officials and support the teams with positive, enthusiastic cheering. The Eastern Coteau Conference would like to thank all its corporate sponsors for this season. The sponsors for this evening's contest are Dwayne's Floor Covering, Bendix Technology Center, Rapid Precision Manufacturing, and Precision Wall Systems. Thank you for supporting our student athletes. Now we'll introduce the players for tonight's contest. Starting with the cheerleaders for the Braves. Corinne Bussey. Caitlin Fulton.
This is the first game of the season for both the Britain Hecla Braves and the Great Plains Lutheran Panthers. So you can expect to see a lot of young players out there and a lot of players just getting used to their positions and the like. But it should be an interesting first game. Weather is great, a little bit of a breeze, but it's died down a lot from the day. And there's a little bit of cloud cover, so the sun shouldn't play a major problem.
At wide receiver, 6-foot senior number 12.
Britain Hecla is announcing their offense.
At running back, a 5'7" sophomore number 13, Bryce Hawkinson. At fullback, 5'10" senior number 16, Colin Beener. At quarterback, a 6'3" sophomore number 18, Jackson Zilke. At tight end, a 5'11" sophomore number 24, Peyton Pearson.
You'll see Peyton play in a lot of different positions on the line, I'm guessing, tonight.
At offensive line, a 6'3" sophomore number 55, Riley Hoffland. At wide receiver, a 6'1" junior number 80, Daniel Person. The Braves are coached by assistants Garrett Knabel, Logan Kahn, Preston Kilker, Dwayne Bussey, Steve Benson, and the head coach for the Braves is Jacob Skogstad.
Now, here comes your Great Plains Lutheran Panthers.
And now, here are your starters on defense for your GPL Panthers. At defensive back, the 6'1" junior, number 11, Hayden Carley.
Hayden Carley at defensive back.
5'10" senior, number 12, Thomas Erickson.
Thomas Erickson at linebacker.
Defensive line, a 6'1" junior, number 18, Austin Rubendahl.
Austin Rubendahl, defensive line.
At defensive line, a 6'3" senior, number 20, Jacob Bartels.
Jacob Bartels at defensive line.
At defensive back, a 5'10" junior, number 21, Micah Holeen.
Micah Holeen, defensive back.
At defensive line, a 6'3" senior, number 22, Miles York.
Miles York, defensive line.
A 6'1" sophomore, number 23, linebacker Lucas Johnson.
Lucas Johnson, linebacker.
At linebacker, a 5'10" junior, number 31,
Colin Moe, linebacker.
And at defensive back, a 6'2"
And
senior,
defensive
number
back,
81, Alex Heil.
Alex Heil.
Your Panthers are coached by assistants Jason Bartels, Pierce O'Lean, Darren Mack, Keith Moe, Rod Nelther, and Michael Starr. And your head coach for the Panthers is Aaron Schleusner.
toss, and they have deferred.
We're not hearing a word you're saying. That all looks good. Can you hear yourself in the headphones?
I cannot hear myself in the headphones.
Braves won the toss and will defer to the second half.
Test 1 2 test.
That means start of the game, receiving the ball will be your Panthers.
Say something else.
We're
Good
getting
evening,
ready
everybody.
for the game. Now that I can hear.
That you hear. You're not hitting anything there.
Now can you hear me?
Oh,
There I can hear myself in the headphones. So, all right. Now I understand that I'm able to be heard. So thank you for your patience. Hopefully that will keep working for the night. The Panthers will be receiving. Britton Heckler won the toss, so they deferred until the second half. Back deep for the Panthers are number 12, Thomas Erickson, and number 21, Micah Holine.
Erickson and Moline back to receive the kick.
The field here at Watertown Stadium runs east and west.
Then it's Souther kicking off for the Braves.
And the Panthers will be defending the east goal line, and Britton Heckler defending the west goal line, which often is referred to as the area with the baseball infield. The field looks in good shape for tonight. Squib kick to the short roll. Picked up and returned to the 42-yard line.
Dribbler and brings it out for the Panthers.
So by Keenan Mull, good job.
Heitkamp on the tackle for the Braves. Panthers will set up shop 1st and 10 at their own 42.
At quarterback for the Panthers is Brady Charlemagne out of Redwood Falls, Minnesota, technically Olivia, Minnesota. Behind him, sitting in an I-back field, we have Thomas Erickson and Micah Holine. They run up the middle for no gain. Actually lost a yard on the play.
Loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12.
Mike Holine brings in the play. Britton Heckler is playing basically a 3-3-3, so that means they got 3 linemen. Well, really 3-2-4. So 3 linemen, 2 linebackers, and 4 defensive backs. Lead option for a nice gain by
the ball carrier for the Panthers.
Mull, and
tackled by McGregor for the Braves.
picked up about 8 yards on that, giving us
Sets up a
3rd and 4.
for the Panthers.
Thomas Erickson brings in the play. Brody Charlemagne takes in the shotgun. Mishap on the snap.
Fumble on the play.
And it's
Covered by the
4th down.
Cohen Mull. Loss of a few on the play sets up 4th and 6.
It looks like the Panthers will be setting up in punt formation. Wide to the side is Alex Heil. Back deep for Britton Heckler is number 13, Bryce Hawkinson. And number 80, Bryce Hawkinson takes it. Looks to go up the middle. Nice tackle by Miles York, stopping him at about the 42.
Across the 40 by Hawkinson. Tackle was Miles York. 1st and 10 Braves at the 39-yard line.
Excuse me, at the 39. Britton Heckler comes up to the line, and the refs have stopped play here for. They need to switch positions a little bit. They've got it all set. Britton Heckler is set with a single back, 2 splits. Give up the middle. Nice tackle by Miles York, and a host of Panthers brought him down for a loss of almost 3 yards. So nice job, Panthers. Way to rally to the ball.
Loss of 3 on the play, 2nd and 13.
Britton Heckler again is set with a single back. Quarterback under center. And again, hit deep in the backfield, but he's cutting back to it. And the cutback, he was able to get about 13 yards, enough for the first down. And they will have 1st and 10 at Great Plains 48-yard line.
1st and 10 Braves.
Panthers are basically playing a 5-1-3. Midline option for about 3 yards.
Up the middle by Jackson. Tackled by Holeen. Gain of a couple. Ball's on the 45, 2nd and 7.
With the warmth tonight, you will see a lot of players switching in and out, probably for both teams. And the Panthers are doing a good job rotating their defensive linemen and some of their defensive players. Britton Heckler this time will be in shotgun. And Panthers jump off sign, got a little bit anxious.
Encroachment penalty on the Panthers. 5-yard penalty.
Bring
2nd
up.
down and 2.
So it gives the Braves 2nd down and 2. Again, the Panthers basically are set in a 5-1-3 defense. Jet sweep. Panthers missed the tackle there, but after about a 10-yard gain, brought down by Micah Holeen.
That's enough for a Braves 1st down, 1st and 10 on the 30.
Panthers are getting good penetration. Now they just need to rally to that ball like they had been earlier. And set under center, single back. Looks over the situation, 1 wide out this time. Gives to the back around the right side for about 6 yards.
Hawkinson, the ball carrier. Taken out by Erickson. Gain of 6, 2nd and 4.
Under center, single back, 2 split to the right. Ran kind of delayed up the middle, and it was taken down at the 1 yard line, the way it looks.
Hawkinson, ball carrier,
So
taken
it'll be
down
first
by
and goal.
Alex Heil at the 1 yard line. Sets up first and goal for the Braves.
I noticed that Britton Heckler is switching some players in and out on their offensive line as well. On their plays, you see them run a lot of movement with their linemen. They do something which is called a trap, where the lineman makes a short pull and kicks the defensive player out, and the back follows off his behind. In for the touchdown.
Zilke on the keeper, into the end zone for a touchdown, Braves.
Zilke basically just kept it and went over his right guard. And a bigger tight end. It looks like they will be going for 2 here. They're setting an I backfield with Pearson fullback. It's sweep to the outside. The Panthers do a nice job of stopping it and getting rallied to the ball and had good inside support. So nice job, Panthers.
Goal line, two-point conversion is no good. Tackled by Austin Rubendahl.
So at 6:44, we've got 6 for the
6:44
Braves.
in the first quarter.
And
score is 6-0 Braves.
back deep to receive is Ryan Jenstead
Those of you playing on the
and
dummies
Michael
on the
Holine.
south side of the facility, the tackle dummies, those are not ours. Please get off of them. Back to receive the kick, Holine and Jenstead. Back to kick for the Braves, Knudsen.
The Braves prepared to kick off. A short kick. Nice job fielding the ball and getting it upfield.
Kickoff is received
by
Cullen
Cullen Moles. Nice job.
45. Panthers will set up shop, first and 10.
Panthers start with good field position. They'll be starting from their right hash. William Krenz at center. They're in shotgun. Give it up the middle. Mole had a little bit of a hard time getting the handle on it, but did get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe got half a yard. So to be second down and a long 9. Michael Holine brings in the play. And Brady Charlemagne leads them up to the line. Oh, missed the handle on it, but did a good job of picking it up and recovering.
Picks up the fumble, gets back to the line of scrimmage. Tackled by Hawkinson. Be 3rd and 10 for the Panthers.
Running a little bit of a jet sweep there, and just timing was a little bit off. Looked like he had a little bit of room, but that's a tough play to get the timing down for. And early in the season, 1 wide out, I formation. Back to pass. And nice catch. And just not able to hang on to it was Martin Krenz. Lost the ball, and so Britton Heckler takes over at their 40-yard line. It was a nice play. It'll come. Early in the season, those are the type mistakes you will often see, but working hard at it, and they will get back at it. Britton Heckler sets up in single back, 2 split. Sends motion across, midline give for about 6 yards. 6 or 7 yards on the play. And leaves 4 yards at second down. GPL's changing up their defense a little bit. Setting kind of a 3-3. Nice job that time.
Handoff goes to Jackson. Up the middle. Short gain. Tackled by Grayson Lees. 3rd and short.
Nice job, Grayson. Again, Great Plains comes up in kind of a stand-up 5-man front, bringing the 2 linebackers in. It looked like there was a mix-up on the play by Britton Heckler, but a great job. And again, Panthers rallying to the tackle. You had good penetration by Rubendahl. Erickson did a nice job of slashing in, and then the rest of the Panthers rallied to the tackle, and that's what you need to do. It looks like Britton Heckler will go for it here. So seeing 1 down lineman, 2 stand-up ends, and the linebackers. Coming up in there, got a little bit excited, and Colin Mole. And that will give Britton Heckler a 1st down.
Encroachment to call on the Panthers. A 5-yard penalty will move to 6. 1st and 10 for the Braves.
Great Plains defense tonight is basically 1 down lineman that plays either shaded or on the nose guard. Got your 2 stand-up ends, 3 linebackers behind them, but those linebackers often step up. Had a hard time handling the snap and was able to fall right on top of it, but Green Bay was able to get him down right there. So nice play by the Panthers.
Sets up 2nd down and 11.
You can see the Panthers are doing a nice job of switching up their defense. 2 split out. So Panthers send the 1 linebacker out with him.
Fumble again in the backfield.
Again, trying to struggle with the snap. Again, they're trying to pull some of their linemen, including their center at times. And if they don't get that center quarterback exchange, the play has no chance to go anywhere. So nice job by the Panthers covering that play and covering it up, and giving them a very long 3rd down. So again, 2 split out to this side. Back to pass, quick out, nice coverage by the Panthers, and
Zolke's pass falls incomplete, intended for Person. 4th down and 12.
brings up 4th down. be interested to see if they go for it here or if they set up. They are back to punt. Back to receive is Micah Hahn for the Panthers. Snap was good. Ball's away. Goes out of bounds about the 15-yard line.
Souther's punt.
Kind of kicked it away from where we had people to
Panther
receive.
15-yard line. Panthers will set up shop there. 1st and 10.
Panthers have had some good plays on offense. Now they just have to put a few together here, and I think if they can get on a roll, they can keep it going. So they are deep in their own territory. It looks like it was a 10-yard line where the ball went out of bounds. Guards, Miles York, Jacob O'Farrell, William Krenz at center. Nice block up the middle and nice run by Micah Hahn. Nice lead block by Thomas Erickson there.
By Ryan.
Or by Keenan Moll, excuse me.
Gain of 8, 2nd down and 2.
Those are the type positive plays that are just a great way to start your drive when you're in your own territory. Nice job, Panthers. You're seeing Britton Heckla switch a lot of their linemen in and out. They are staying predominantly in that 3-3-3 defense. Nice cutback off the sweep. That's a good job putting your foot in the ground and taking what the play gives you rather than trying to stretch it to the sideline. So that's what you want to see your back do when they're running that sweep. You want him to see the field, and when he sees that opening, put his foot in the ground and take it upfield. Panthers sit with 2 wide to the right side of their formation. Brody's in the shotgun. Colin Moll is next to him. Michael Helena in motion. They gave to him. Able to pick about 3 yards on the play. Nice job.
Pauline, the ball carrier. Tackled by Davidson for the Braves.
Often called a jet sweep.
Gain of 4 yards, 2nd down and 6.
And one of the things I really liked to see with the Panthers there was the fact that the other players carried out their fakes in the backfield. So we've come to the end of the first quarter and flip ends of the field here.
If you are looking for Panther volleyball action, the volleyball teams are very busy the first week of school. Lots of action and games here in Watertown. Just put it on your calendar.
Even though there's a little bit of a breeze and stuff, it's a pretty warm night, so these breaks are important for the guys to get themselves hydrated. Make sure they keep the concentration going with it. So Coach Leisner brings them in.
So an opportunity to see our ladies in action, and also an opportunity to see our newly refinished court. It's really a spectacular thing. Can't wait for you guys to see the new gym floor and the girls in action there.
The Panthers are out to their 26-yard line. They'll now be moving from your right to left. Britton Heckle is doing a little bit of switching around on their defense, moving players into a few different positions, particularly with the linebackers and linemen. They will switch them back and forth. Single back set, no I back set for Panthers. Pass. He's got it there. Nice catch.
Charlton's pass complete to number 10, Martin Krenz.
Nice catch by Martin Krenz and a nice first down. Nice pass
Big gain
by
for the
Brody
Panthers.
Charlemagne.
That's enough for a Panther.
Bringing him out to the 45-yard line. Again, a nice drive. I backfield, one split. Ran the stretch option. And
Charlemagne, the ball carrier. Fumble on
put the ball on the ground, and Britton Heckle was able to recover it.
Recovered by McGregor for the
It was a
Braves.
nice read, but got to tuck that ball away a little bit, and that'll come. That'll come. So now defense needs to step up. They've done some nice things tonight defensively, the Panthers have. Like the way they've been pressuring with their linebackers. They set basically in that three-man front, but then two of the linebackers will either step up into the hole and make it difficult for Britton Heckle to know who to block. It looks like we have legal motion on Britton Heckle. I think their wide out to that side was a little bit anxious.
False start is the call.
So it'll be 1st and 15.
Braves will be backed up into their own territory. 1st and 15 on the 47.
That's a good way for the Panthers to start this defensive series. Again, two linebackers step up tight, then step back. Midline give. Nice job there by Thomas Erickson on that play, keeping it inside of him, and then nice job closing down on it. So
Sets up 2nd and 10.
nice. It's kind of a delayed give there, but the Panthers had such nice penetration. Play just never had a chance to get going. And then the next thing that the Panthers did was again rally to the ball. You had people going to the ball. They didn't stop and watch the first person trying to make the tackle. Bringing up 3rd and about 8. Heck comes up to the ball. Set single back. 2 split to their left side of their formation. Seems like the quarterback's changing the call a little bit here at the line. Okay, nice job of rallying to that and getting that tackle, keeping them from the first down.
Tackled by Hayden Carley.
I'm guessing Britton Heckle will go for it here.
4th down and 2 at the 40-yard line.
So a big defensive play here for the Panthers. Again, penetration helped with that. Needed to rally to the ball a little bit, but quarterback keeps. And it looks like he does have enough for the first down.
Zilke with the keeper.
Zilke's a good runner with the ball, and he knows how to use his lineman well.
1st down.
They got a nice seal block on the inside. Kick the linebacker out. Give him. Double split, single back. Again, one of the linebackers stepping up, back to pass. Good. Nice defensive play. Just a great defensive play by Alex Hunt. Alex is from Marshall, Minnesota.
Intended for Fagerland. Broken up nicely by Alex Heil. Second down and 10.
3/4 of the earth is covered by water. The rest is covered by Alex Heil. Nice job, Alex.
Again, Panthers setting a base 3-3 offset with their nose. Linebacker stepping in and out. Give up the middle. Nice job. Nice penetration. First to that ball was Colin Moll. Bringing up third down and 8. Or third down and 9. Panthers again give that 3-3 look. Shotgun with a single back behind, split to this side. Quick pass to the flat.
Zucchi's pass is complete to Person. Forced out of bounds by Heil.
Looks like it was enough to move the chains. That's a tough play to defend because you've got the one pushing you off, and then you've got to get there quickly for that back that's coming out into the flat. Again, they set 2 split to this side. Single back. Ball's on the ground. It looks like it was recovered by the Panthers, and Panthers come up with a nice stop. Nice job, Panthers. Nice job, Jacob. Way to get onto that ball. Again, good penetration. Made that fumble, so that was great play by the Panthers. Again, Britton Heckler has been pretty consistent sitting in that 3-3-3 defense. You know, you will see their defense backs move around with the strength of our formation, but overall it's a 3-3. Oh. And there we got caught a little bit no man's land. He put it into the belly of the back, took it out, and then when stopped on his read a little bit. It's just a young quarterback trying to make a play. Defense came out big last time. Let's see if they can do it again. Just need to rally to that ball on the tackles when they get it. You know, the play was an option. That means that you read the end. If the end comes inside, you give to the back going to the outside. If that end steps up the field, you keep it yourself. Well, that time the end kind of just stayed in no man's land and put it in, then took it out, and just got himself caught in no man's land. Once he pulls that ball out, he's got to just head upfield. And it'll come as the year goes. They're working hard. You know, and tonight it's not, you know, a human night, but that ball can get slick as well. And I'm not trying to make excuses for us, but it can be hard to hang on to the ball. You know, it's always easy for us to sit here and say, oh man, why can't he hold on the ball? When you got guys hanging on you and stuff, it is hard to hang on the ball, and you're trying to make that read, and you have got to put that ball out in front of you and then pull it back to yourself, and instantly you got to get it capped. And he was a little bit indecisive and didn't get capped right away. So here we go. Now it's a time for the defense to rise to the occasion. Single back, shotgun. Back to pass, out to the wide flat. A little bit of an errant throw. We had fairly decent coverage on the play.
Intended for a person. It'll set up second down and 10 from the 25.
Again, that's one where the receiver probably should have forced it outside, but he tried to come back inside. Set under center this time. Single back, two split, one to each side. Nice penetration by the Panthers. They were trying to run what's called a quick slant, where a quarterback basically takes the ball and throws it to a receiver slanting towards the middle. But the penetration just made that play bad from the start, and that's a nice job by the Panthers. That's hard work getting off the ball like they did, and they did a great job with that. Again, setting that 3-3. Big third down play here. Linebackers playing a little more honestly this time, now starting to step up and in. From the shotgun, looking to pass. And we've got some flags there. The receiver and the defensive back ran into each other, and it looks like Michael Holine was down for a little bit, and he's up and coming off the field. So let's see what these will sort out here. First one, I think, might be pass interference. You can't take a receiver completely off his route. And the second one, I think, is going to be probably for something after the ball was away a little bit. Officiating crew doing what they're supposed to, getting together, make sure that they've got the calls right and what happens with the call. Okay, so both calls are against the Panthers. The first one is pass interference, which will be half the distance to the goal and automatic first down. The second one was a dead ball foul, so it will be assessed after the pass interferences. So
There's pass interference call on the play on the Panthers, and then a personal foul on the Braves.
okay, so the personal foul was on the Braves, so it will still be a first down because it was a dead ball foul, so that means that the pass interference was assessed, and then you mark off the 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike afterwards, still giving the Braves a first down. And again, that's because the second fall was a dead ball foul, meaning it happened after the play was technically over. Some discussion still going on. Often questions with it. Both coaches questioning a little bit of timing of the call, and also, of course, whether or not the first down is given. is a hard position for the officials because they want to get it right, and people get impatient. You know, there a lot of things that come into question. When the first penalty was assessed, that gave you a first down. Do the chains reset to that first down, and then 15-yard penalty figure gone from there? But I think it was that the chains moved after the enforcement of the second one, so it'd be first and 10 for the Braves. Again, it's a pass to the flats. Nice job by Alex Heil, or by Hayden Carly. Nice defensive play. Held his ground, knocked it away nicely. Braves come up. 2 split to their left of their formation. 2 tight ends. Single back. Give to the back in the middle. Pretty decent defensive play.
Jackson with the run up the middle. Tackled by Bartels.
Again, you saw Great Plains sitting 3-3 with 2 of their linebackers stepping up in that hole. And sometimes you will guess right with it, sometimes you will guess wrong. And that time, linebacker stepped up in the hole, and the play was to the hole next to them, which puts them in a great place to get blocked by the offensive lineman. Motion coming across the formation, still give up to the midline. Nice defensive play will bring up 4th and about 1. Big 4th down play here for the Panthers. Oh, it looks like it's going to be more like 4th and 3. Or 4th and 2. So this is a big play for the Panthers. And the hard part for the Panthers, you still have to play honest. You can't sell out to the run. You still have to. There. Nice penetration. Just an excellent play by Jacob Bartels, coming right up. Again, it looks simple, but it's hard to do because you're tempted to jump inside, and he just went straight to and kept his position, and that brought him right to the quarterback. Nice play, Jacob. Turnover on downs, and the Panthers take over. Again, 2 great defensive stops by the Panthers, and let's see if their offense can keep things going here. We've got 6 minutes left in the second quarter. Braves right now ahead by 6-0. Okay, set with 2 backs and then in the shotgun. Give to the second back. Nice up the. Just a nice job. There is a case where, you've got a tight end that likes to catch the ball, but did a great job of blocking up the field, and that was number 10, Martin Krenz, a senior from Marshall, Minnesota, first year playing for the Panthers. Just a great job. He was here last year, but couldn't play because of the transfer rule in South Dakota, but this year really making a difference. Give to the second back. Looks like enough for the first down, and may not be pretty, but it moves the chains and it keeps a drive going. And that you're just seeing some good fire off the offensive line from the Panthers. Once in a while they're doubling a little bit. That's one of the hardest things for linemen, particularly a 9-man, to realize you just can't do. You have to know who you're going to block, get to them, and if you're going to hit and then scrape, you've got to scrape quickly. And that's really nice keep by Brody there. That was a great read off that end. The defensive end went to the back, and that meant that he should keep the ball. He tucked it away and did a great job of getting positive yardage. 7 yards on the play. And again, great blocking at the point of attack Miles York did a great job of getting off the ball, and William Krenz at center did a nice job of sealing the nose guard. Nice lead block there. It looks like just a little bit short. And that's a great play. That's one where Panthers using some of the athleticism in their offensive line. Jasper Cody, they're doing a great job of pulling. And looks like they're going to give us the first down. Nice job, Panthers. And again, just, you know, I like those linemen to get credit. And that one, Jasper Cody did just what he was supposed to do. He pulled quickly. He didn't look out for somebody to block. He picked a white shirt and he made that block in the back. He was able to use his behind to get up in the hole. So nice job, Panthers. Here we go. Let's keep the drive going. I backfield, one split. Back to pass, rolling out to the right. Oh. A little bit of hand fighting down the field by both players, and a good no call by the officials, and just off the tips of Alex Heil. But not a bad ball thrown there, and that's a hard pass to make when you're rolling out. But that will make them play a little bit more honest, and you know, sometimes you say, "Oh man, we could if we only had that play," but it's plays like that that will make other plays work for you when you really, really need them. Big second down play here for the Panthers. Brody sets in the shotgun, single back, two split to this side, single split to the right. Goes in motion, and it's quarterback keep to this side. Just a great block. There was just a great example of the Panthers offensive line getting off the ball faster than what Britton Heckles did. Jasper Cody, William Krenz, and Miles York did a great job sealing that. They kept their feet going. They didn't double. Some scraped off and went up to the next level, and that's what gave him the extra yardage on that play and a huge first down for the Panthers. Brody will be under center, set in I backfield, single split. Back to pass. Some pressure and the pocket breaks down. He keeps the ball. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and maybe even a little bit positive. Not a bad decision. Other than the player out to the flat who had to engage on a block, he didn't really have a lot open. Rather take a small loss than give up the ball. So I won't complain about that decision ever. Thomas Erickson brings in the play call. Coach Schleusner seems to be using his backs to do that, and it's set in what's called an I backfield. In other words, two backs directly behind the centers and the quarterback. Quarterback takes it and pitch to the second back. Nice lead block. Nice run by Thomas Erickson. And just a great example of what teamwork does for you. Again, your offensive line got off the ball. Thomas Erickson was patient. He let his lead block get out and ahead of him. His back, you know, that lead back, it doesn't seem glorious because you're going up in there and smacking somebody, but that allows that play to get that edge. So nice job, Panthers. Micah Holine brings in the play. Again, this series, the line for the Panthers have been doing just a great job of getting off the ball. Shotgun, split backs, and one back out split. It's called a belly option. In other words, the quarterback puts it up in there. If he sees that he can get the edge, he'll pull it out. If not, he keeps it in there and gives it to the back. Nice job again by the line. Nice job by the quarterback and running back. That's a hard exchange, because you got to keep that ball in there as long as you possibly can before you decide whether you're going to pull it out or give it. And the back and quarterback did a great job. Again, shotgun. Running backs on either side. One split to the right side of the formation. Oh, mishandled snap a little bit. And again, that people can say, "Oh man, why did he just drop the ball?" It's not that easy. You're looking at what the defense is doing. You're reading two players really there on the defense. You're reading middle linebacker, whether you're going to give the midline option in the end, and you have to make that decision as soon as that ball hits your hand, basically. And it just lost the handle on the ball, and so no harm done. We lost a little bit on it, but we can get it back. We're in 4-down territory here anyway. With 1 minute left in the half, Panthers wisely used timeout here. Okay, Panthers going to be in the shotgun, single back to the right, and then two backs. Well, a tight end and a back split to the right side of the formation, and one back here on the left. Back comes in motion. Let's give to the motion. He cuts it upfield.
Pauline, the ball carrier.
And again, nice decision by Micah on that one. He saw that he wasn't going to get the edge, and therefore he put his foot in the ground and got positive yardage. So, big 4th down here for the Panthers. Under center, I backfield. Back to pass, rolling out, decides to keep it. And there is a flag on the play. Brody tucked that ball away and took it up and took a hard hit to the outside. It might be a holding call on the Panthers, or a chop block. And they will decline that, and it will be a turnover on downs. It's actually called a clip. And so basically what that means is that once you're outside of the pocket, you cannot cut a defensive player, and our player came from the outside and cut down, so it's a chop block or a clip. Britton Heckler came out to the line quickly at the play. Again, a nice job rallying to the ball by the Panthers. Almost got caught off guard a little bit, but now they're getting set quickly, realizing that Britton Heckler probably will come to the line quickly. 12 seconds left. It would be interesting to see if Britton Heckler lets time run out or if they snap the ball one more time. Okay, and that brings the half to an end with the score 6-0. Britton Heckler on top. Just for the first game of the season, well-played game by both teams. Panthers made a few mistakes, but things are. They've also done a nice job moving the ball at times. So. This is one of those games where you use the cliche, it's still anyone's game, and it definitely is. And, both teams have a lot to be proud of, but I'm really proud of what I'm seeing out of the Panthers. Defensively, they're rallying to the ball. Tackling has improved in the game, have had good coverage. Offensively, they're able to move the ball. They've done what you would call shoot themselves in the foot a couple times. And that's what happens early in the season. You're running option offense. Option offense means that backs, quarterback have to make some decisions. And once in a while they're making those decisions, they forget to take care of the rock, and it ends up on the ground once in a while. But you're also seeing them continuously improve. I've been impressed with the offensive line, firing off the ball really well. A few times they've doubled, and that's where you've seen Britton Heckler get big penetration. And you might say, well, if you're doubling, that should stop it. But when you double, that means that somebody is not being blocked. That's where you have to take it and do what's called climb, and you've got to climb to the next level. So one player stays on the person, the next one climbs up to the next level, like the linebackers in that. And you've seen them improve in that there, and also some just great pulls and where they've done a great job of opening up some holes. Backs are making some good decisions, so well played game. Let's see what the Panthers can come out with this second half. People often ask, oh, what do you do at halftime? And you often see, like, the Panthers coaches, they like to talk before they go into the locker room. So they're deciding some of the things that they're seeing out there on the field, what they can use, where they can use things. Probably talking about characteristics that they're seeing in some of the other team's players, some of the mistakes and how they can correct them. But then it's also adjustments. It's like, okay, it was the midline option, or zero option, where you're running up, where you're giving the ball up the middle. Were we getting the look that we needed on that? Were we getting our seal blocks when we were trying to get the edge? Defensively, were we rallying to the ball? Correct a few times. We got over anxious at times. When you're pushing those linebackers up and jumping in the hole, that's going to happen. It's aggressive football, and I'd rather see them make aggressive mistakes like that. Do we need to start pulling one linebacker back? Do we need to move another one up? So those are the things they will be talking about and discussing as a coaching staff. And then how do you communicate that to your players? Probably one of the hardest jobs, because players are amped up. They know they're in this game. They're excited. You want them to forget their mistakes. That's one of the biggest things. When you go in and you start talking to them, you want them to forget their mistakes. And that doesn't mean that you're not going to chew on them a little bit as a coach, but you don't want them to be inept by panic of making a mistake. They've done a good job tonight, and if they can eliminate some of those mistakes, and like I said, a lot of it is when you make that read, make it. So if you're gonna pull that ball out, tuck it, and get what yardage you can. If you're gonna give it, and then that back's got to tuck that ball and put his foot in the ground and get what yardage he can. And Panthers are starting to do that. Nice crowd here tonight. Big weekend, of course, with school starting. Tomorrow, quite a few students will be moving into the dorm. And then Sunday, of course, is opening service. And all the students get there. And then Monday, be a special schedule where there's orientation work that's done with the students, homeroom planning, and the like. And then the week starts. We've got volleyball coming up next week. First-year coach has got the girls looking really well. I've seen some of their practices. They're playing good, aggressive volleyball, and you can see doing things really well. So I think a lot of people are going to be excited to see what's going to happen with our GPL Panther volleyball players. Just a good group of girls, and I think they're going to surprise a lot of people this season. Our cross country teams, both our boys and our girls, under new coach Alex Melky, who will be our Spanish teacher, getting ready for their first meet, which comes up real quick here this next week. And again, a lot of runners. You've got one of the better runners in the state pushing your girls along. She looks to have a big season. I know she's worked really, really hard this summer, and just a joy to watch run. And looking for big things from her this season. You know, she's being looked at by colleges because she uses her talents really well. But then she also, this is kind of neat to see her as she's bringing other young runners along with her. And so it would be neat to see what type of season Callie has this season. On the boys' side, you got some young runners that I think are going to be up and coming, and you're going to see some good times coming from those young gentlemen. So an exciting season for the Panthers all the way around this fall. The football team has a nice mix of youth and experience, and it seems like their captains are doing a good job of being good leaders already. So I think we've got a lot of excitement this season. I'm sure the kids aren't super excited about getting back in the classroom on Monday, but I know the teachers are, also with the nerves, and a lot of work goes into getting ready for a school year. This year, President David Mertz will be acting principal as we continue the call, and of course, Mr. Bauer has moved into the athletic director role and doing a great job of directing our athletics and our activities. So band and choir get going right away next week. They start practicing for their upcoming events, which come pretty quickly in the month of September. So just a lot of exciting things. Our international students are here on campus in Watertown, and for the most part, and so it's neat to welcome them to the GPL family as they make some major adjustments. You know, the football schedules for a lot of the teams in our area is kind of being affected by a few teams that weren't able to get numbers. We were affected. We lost our North Central game that was going to be our home game at Northern State because North Central was not able to field a team this year, and so that game has been switched to Leola Frederick. Also in the area, Langford did not have the numbers to field a team this year, so you have a lot of teams struggling now to quickly fill their schedule and making sure that you can get referees in the right places and the like. So and you know, that's why you might see a few games like at some different times, just because it's a game where we, for example, Leola Frederick was able to put us on their schedule because they had lost a game, and it needs to be earlier in the day just so that the referees can do our game and then quick hop in cars and go do another game. And that's the other thing about the officials we have in this area. They put kids first and really do try to help out. And so here we see the Panthers coming back out to the field for the second half. So the Panthers would be kicking off to start the second half because Burton Hecla deferred, and that means they won the toss, but they chose to have the decision in the second half. Both teams are out on the field, warming up a little bit from halftime. You know, important things for the Panthers here, and they're kind of understatements. Coming out here, getting a good defensive series out of your defense, getting the ball back, and then being consistent with your offense, and that, you know, eliminate the mistakes. And it sounds easy, but it's a hard thing to do. But I know the Panthers can do that, and I know Coach Leusner will have them ready to play the second half. The half's been pretty much so injury-free, which is a really nice thing, particularly early in the season like this. Sometimes players come into camp in okay shape, but getting into football shape is always tough, and you always like getting through these first games as injury-free as you possibly can be. So. It's turning out to be just a beautiful night. Lights are on, still got good natural light, but stadium's just a beautiful place to play always. They try to keep the field in as good a condition as they possibly can. To be honest, I never really liked the infield there, but it is what it is, and the rest of the field is looking in pretty decent shape. A few spots you can see, weather a little bit rough, but overall the field looks in really, really good shape, and they always do a great job having it look nice for our games, and we sure appreciate Watertown allowing us to use their field and rent their field for our home games. It's a privilege to be able to play here. So, and both teams are going over to their respective benches, getting ready to go out and start the second half. And the officials are discussing things in a little bit and try and make sure that they've got things correct as they start this. It looks like Great Plains will be defending the west end zone, the one with the baseball infield. Back deep for Britton Hecla is number 80 Tyler Bremer. Excuse me. Number 80 Daniel Pearsons, and number 13 Braden Hawkinson.
Bartels tees it up to start the third quarter.
And it'll be Jacob Bartels kicking off for the Panthers. Yep, and Britton. And that one will come back because Britton Heckler moved up and was offside on the kickoff. They have to be behind the 50. They can't be on it. You know, as those first game.
Offsides on the Braves is the call.
So it moves up to kickoff, 5 yards for the Panthers.
Penalty, and the kickoff will be at the 45.
Kickoff coverage is one of those really hard things, and then you've got to stay in your lanes, and you basically have to book down that field as hard as you can, but making sure that, again, that you stay in your lanes so that there's not a place for that player to cut back. And Jacob kicks it to about the 20. Good coverage there.
Bartels kick fielded by Person. Ran out of bounds by Hayden Carley.
And Hayden Carley did a nice job pushing him out of bounds. About the Braves will take over about the 35. Again, this is an understatement, but this is an important defensive series here for Great Plains. They want to get that ball back as quickly as they can. Great Plains is setting a 3-3-3. Again, some of the linebackers push up. Nice penetration by Miles York and nice rallying to the ball.
Jackson, the ball carrier.
And again, that was one of those plays where it looks easy at times, but that is a tough play because Miles has to set that outside edge, and he did a great job of that and stayed after it, kept his outside hand open, so they would make that play, and then nice follow-up from inside. Panthers again set in their 3-3 defense. Britton Heckler and I backfield, one split. Given to the second back.
Hawkinson around the end.
Had a pretty decent lead block there for the Braves, but nice rallying to the ball by the Panthers, bringing up 3rd and 4. This would be a big defensive play for the Panthers. Britton Heckler sits in an I backfield. And it looks like he's going to be close to a first down. You can see one of the adjustments that Britton Heckler did is they took a player that they had been playing at tight end and also guard and moved him as their fullback, number 24, Peyton Pearson, and using him as a lead blocker. So big 4th down play here for the Panthers. So Britton Heckler comes up to the line again, set with an I backfield and a big fullback. Pretty decent penetration, but he was able to get off that first tackle and was able to pick up enough for the first down. It's a tough stop. Therefore, there is a flag on the play.
There's a flag on the play.
And signals seem to be a horseshoe tackle, and that will be added to the.
Horse collar tackle is the call. 15-yard penalty against the Panthers.
That will be added to the end of the run. A horseshoe collar means that you reached in to the opening of the shoulder pads and did not let go of it. You're not allowed to do that. It's protect the player safety. Again, Panthers setting that 3-3. This time it looks like Britton Heckla moved, I believe. Yep, and it looks like it's illegal motion against Britton Heckla.
Against the Braves. Back the ball up 5 yards.
And so
First and 15.
So it'll be 1st and 15. And again, you see the Panthers sitting at 3-3, but their linebackers are pushing up into it. It almost ends up looking like a 5-1-3. Decent penetration and follow up. They picked up about 5 on the play. We'll bring up 2nd and about 10.
Gain of 5 on the play. 2nd down and 10.
Again, you're seeing the Panthers rotate players in across that defensive line, keep them fresh early in the season like this, and with it still being a fairly warm night. Good penetration. This time they gave to their fullback. Number 24 is a big boy for that fullback, and the Panthers did a great job of rallying to that ball.
Gain of 3 instead of 3rd and 7.
You know, Pearson for the Braves has played tight end. He's played guard for them tonight. Now he's playing at that fullback spot, and so you know that he can block. And here he gets ahead of steam, so the Panthers have to really be aware of that. Good penetration by the Panthers. He's able to get it away. Good, looks like good coverage. Nice breakup of the play there by Alex. Excuse me.
Deep pass intended for a person.
And by
Alex
Heil, yes. And Alex did a great job on that. Had great position of it and did not give up on the play and knocked the ball away. So big 4th down here for the Panther defense. The Braves come to the line. They're in shotgun, single back, and spread formation here. 2 spread to each side. Back to pass, quick slant, and another nice defensive play. That time by Thomas Erickson breaking up that pass, and the Panthers take over on downs. That is the type defensive series the Panthers needed. Just did not break and came up with a big stop. Panthers come out. Looks like they will be in an I backfield. Refs are making sure they got the ball set properly. Brody under center this time. I backfield. Single split. Give to the 2nd back. Nice cut back. Nice job, Michael Holine, with that cutback. Put his foot in the ground. Made a decision to go upfield, and nice cutback on that. Sometimes the hole won't be where you always need it, but if you get good eyes and balance under, you can make that cutback, and that helped Panthers a lot. Picked up about 6 yards on the play. Picked up about 4 yards, excuse me. Again, setting the I backfield. Brody under center. Back to pass, rolling out to the side. Nice job, Mike Holine. Nice move there. First down. Nice pitch and nice catch there. Nice job by the Panthers. So
that's enough for a Panther.
nice job by Brody keeping his eyes downfield, looking and being patient on that. He had to wait for Micah to clear. Did a really nice job with that. Again, I backfield, single split. Give to the second back, midline option. Nice positive yardage. There's just a nice push by your lineman, and also your lead back not giving up. Keenan Ball did a nice job keeping his feet churning. And, you know, that play could have been stopped right at the line, but everybody did their job and got 3 positive yards out of it. Coach Leusner sends the play in with Hayden Carley. This time he's in the shotgun formation with 2 backs, one to his right, one to his left, single split. Runs the option, does a nice job putting that ball in there. Nice job carrying out his fake. And it's little things like that that's helping, and you see him growing. He put the ball in. He could have just stopped and stood there, but instead he carried out his fake. So one player had to come with him, and that takes one player away, and so it helps get the positive yardage that it did. Nice job. And nice blocking again up front. The Panthers are doing a good job of firing off the ball. Now you see Britton Heckler beginning to push their linebackers up. They know that the Panthers are having success in moving that ball up inside on them, so they're pulling their linebackers up inside. And what that means for the Panthers is eventually they will be able to pop that outside option, and those linebackers hopefully will be caught up in the middle. This is a big 4th down play for the Panthers. Again, they just have to be patient. So it's 4th and 2. Shotgun, single back, 2 split to the right, 1 split to the left. Pauline comes in motion, back to pass. Looks like he's going to keep it himself, and he's brought down short of the 1st down. So the Panthers turn it over on down. Again, I'd say, why didn't he hold it? You'd rather see him be patient like that rather than trying to force a ball. Did have a player that broke open late, but now it's another time for the defense to step up. A little bit of confusion as there's line. I think we might have
Jackson, the ball carrier,
had offsides on the Panthers. And there's 2 flags on it and 2 different spots. It must be, I'm thinking both calls are against the Panthers because they're talking with Britton Heckler.
Five-yard penalty to the Panthers will set up 1st and 5.
I'm not quite sure what that call was. Panthers really setting up in almost a 5-man line that time. Nice penetration, nice rally to the ball. Nice.
Hawkinson, the ball carrier. Tackled by Leans and Johnson.
So it brings up.
2nd down and 4.
So we're looking at about 2nd and 4 here. Again, that was just a nice nice job of rallying to the ball by the Panthers, not allowing that play to get to the outside. You had penetration, but then you have to have other players doing their job, making sure that play does not get the corner, because that's what they want to do with that play, is stretch your defense and get the corner. And Panthers kept them from doing that. Again, they're set in I backfield with their big back. It's pass, and quarterback slips down. Nice job, Panthers.
Zilke goes down in the backfield for a sack.
Definitely changes what you're able to do here on defense with that play. And, you know, yes, he slipped, but it was also because we had penetration from the backside that he had to step up, and that made him slip. So nice job by Jacob Bartels coming around the edge there. Again, the Panthers are really changing the look of their defense. You know, they're setting a basic three-man front, but then they jump the linebackers around to different places, and I like that. Would be a counter option there by Britton Hekla. You will see when they give it that they have several players raise their hand, and that's try to catch the attention of the defensive thing. But Miles York did his job. He came across the line and then kept his position. He didn't close down on it. There wasn't people in front of him. But if he had done that, that player would have cut back and been gone on the outside. Miles did his job, and that's what allowed him to make that play. Nice block there by Miles York. What a great job. Great penetration. And the Panthers will take over on the 30-yard line. So now their offense has got a chance to capitalize on just great field position. And this is really one of the first times tonight that they've had the ball deep in the territory. They had one drive in the first half where they got in there, but they're taking over here in great field position. Shotgun single back, Holine in motion. Back to pass, looking to go out to the flats. He's got him out there in the flats. Holine does a great job cutting it back and keeping his feet going. Ball's on the ground, but there is also a flag on the play.
Charleman's pass completes a Holine. Fumble on the play.
So now the refs have to work this out. When did the penalty take place? And who recovered?
There is no flag on the play.
Okay, they picked up the flag, and Great Plains was able to recover the ball.
Recovered the fumble, and the yardage is enough for another Panther.
So, again, that was one of those things where you saw some linemen hustling, and Jacob Cody did a great job that time. He just hustled and dove on that ball. It may not be glamorous, but it's helped save the day here and keep the ball for the Panthers.
Yes, thank you. Scores around the conference for the other ECC schools. Most of these scores were halftime scores. On 9-man side of things, Del Rapids St. Mary has a 22-0 lead over Waverly South Shore. And Hamlin is leading Florence Henry 41-0. In ECC 11-man play, Webster is leading Mobridge Pollock 7-0 at halftime. And an ECC game between Clark-Willow Lake and Dual, Clark-Willow Lake is up 6-0 at halftime.
We have a timeout here on the field called by Britton Hekla. Probably hoping to make an adjustment. Panthers are set with two split to the right, single split to the left, and then single backfield, and Brody is in the shotgun. Mike Holine in motion, takes the pitch, and just wasn't able to get the edge that time and had no lane to cut back in.
Tackled by Ryan.
So
Loss of a couple yards. They'll set up second down and 13.
again, even in a negative play, you saw some good things. We took good care of the ball. We didn't do things that hurt us big time, and you don't want to lose yardage, but most importantly, you don't want to give up the ball here. I backfield, single split to the left of our formation. Rolling out to his right, looking, nice catch.
Charlin's pass falls incomplete.
It looked like he had it.
Alex
Did nice try, Alex Heil, and Britton Heckler did a nice job of separating him from the ball. He had the defender to his back, but the defender was able to reach in there and strip the ball away. Third down, it's all right. We're in 2-down territory here. Hayden Carly brings in the play. We're on the left hash of the field. Set in shotgun, single back, 2 split right, single split left. Back to pass, got him in the flat. Pass was incomplete.
Charlin's pass falls incomplete.
Again, it was a big time hit that separated.
Broken up by Hawkinson.
Play comes in. Split left, single split right, shotgun formation. Steps up in the pocket, has got him wide open, and touchdown, Great Plains. There was a nice job of patience by Brody. He stepped up into the pocket. Linemen stayed hard on their blocks, gave him a pocket to step up into, and then Alex Heil did not break off his route and ran a nice route to the back of the end zone, and nice ball, and the Panthers are on the board. It looks like the Panthers will be going for 2 here. I backfield. Holding the deep back. Just a nice job there. Great blocking that time. He had a great block by Jacob. And Krenz, they just did a great job that time. Jasper Cody did just a great job of getting up to the linebacker. And William Krenz sealed that. And then Micah did a great job of reading that hole. So Panthers take the lead here with 1:28 to go in the third. Now their defense just has to keep doing what they've been doing all night. And that is just playing good, hard, consistent defense, rally to the ball. When you get that first tackle, you've got to make it, but your teammates have to rally to you. Make the plays that are in front of you. Don't exaggerate to make a play. In other words, don't get yourself out of position. by trying to make a
Ruben
spectacular
Ball
play,
teeing
but
off
make
for the Panthers.
a good sound play, and that's what they need to do, and that's what they've been doing all night defensively. So, and again, little things with that 2-point conversion. It's guys up front getting off the ball. It's a good snap from your center. Your center gets a good block. Jasper Cody's been playing a nice game there at guard tonight. I've been impressed. Kickoff, nice, good coverage. Got him forced to the outside. That's what you're supposed to do. Nice
Rubendall's
job.
kick received and returned by Person.
And
Forced
Hayden
out of
Carley
bounds
did
by
a
Carney.
nice job there, forcing that
Braves
one
will
to the
start this
outside.
drive at the 45-yard line.
It wasn't the deepest kick, but it was high. Gave your coverage time to get there. Not giving up the big mistake on a kickoff, and so I will take it. I backfield. Nice job getting off the block by Miles York. Just not giving up. I thought we were in a little bit of trouble because it seemed like they had us blocked pretty well, but just did not give up on it.
South area of the complex playing on the tackle dummies, please get off. Those are not ours to be played on. Thank you.
Going in motion, gives to second back. And there was a case where they beat us off the ball, and it happens. And once they got the seal block, they were able to get to the second level and just make a nice run up the middle. Now it's time for us to come up with some penetration and get a play in the backfield.
Officials timeout for equipment.
One of Britton Hecla's players' chin strap had come undone, so the officials made sure that he was safe and got it hooked. Motion coming to this side. Again, give to that second back. This time, Panthers were able to hold it, and a flag on the play.
Tackled by Leans. Flag on the play.
The flag's in a little bit strange position and was thrown at a little bit of a different time then. So I'm not sure what it is. Assisting the runner. Was the signal, but I don't know what the discussion is here. Again, the officials want to make sure that they get it right, so they're having a discussion. I know that gets people impatient, but they need to make sure that they enforce it correctly, and that's not one of those calls you see very often. Personal foul. He's going to discuss with the head coach, Britton Hecla. He did not indicate which team that call was against. I believe it was against Britton Hecla. So it would be dependent upon one call was made. Okay, they're conferencing once again. This does get to be hard for the kids in particular. They don't understand all what's going on. They think, why can't you just get the call? But again, the officials want to try to get it right. Like I said, I believe this is kind of a unique call, one that you don't see very often. Because that rule, it's a personal foul against Britton Heckla.
Personal
So
foul
it will
against
be
the Braves. 15-yard penalty.
I don't believe it will be a loss of down. So it would be 15 yards from the spot of the foul.
Second down.
No, it is a loss of down.
Hawkinson up the middle, tackled by Holeen. Flag on the play.
And it's a face mask against the Panthers.
Flag is for a face mask, 5-yard variety. And that will end the third quarter.
So what that means is that
GPL Panthers 8, Britton Heckla Braves 6.
his hand came across the face mask, but he did not grab or twist with it. So it's not the personal foul variety. It's just a 5-yard penalty. So with that 15-yard personal foul before, that was called on Britton Heckla. That would have been called during the play, and that's why it was not a loss of down. If it had been after the play, then it would have been a loss of down. So Britton Heckla will have the ball at the Panthers' 33-yard line, and it's second and about 3 yards to go. Panthers are doing a little bit of switching on defense. Again, set and I backfield with a large fullback and single split. Give it to the second back. Following their
Hawkinson up the middle.
again, Britton Heckla is using a big back, a big fullback, running to the side where they have a big tight end and just playing some power football here. Great Plains has to take on those blocks and stop them. But first down in that play. Again, give to the second back. Nice job this time by the Panthers. And then progress was stopped. Nice play by Miles York.
Stopped on the play by Miles York. Short gain on the play. Set up second down and 9.
Panthers set with a lot of guys right at the line. And Britton Heckler was able to get a seam up the middle and in for a touchdown.
Into the end zone for a Braves touchdown.
Again, the Panthers trying to stay aggressive, moving things around a little bit, and just left the gap open. And Britton Heckler capitalized on that. They were able to seal that gap, and he went into the end zone basically untouched. Going for two. Yep.
Fumble on the play.
And so the 2-point
Two-point
conversion is no good.
good.
And that's huge for the Panthers. And I do see that there's an injured Britton Heckler player on the play. Training staffs are going and tend to him. It looks like they're looking at his leg. Hopefully it's only something like cramping. And they will always take their time, make sure that that player is okay. Most important thing is the safety of the players. Again, they seem to be examining his leg. Hopefully it's nothing serious. But training staff supplied by Big Stone Therapies is always excellent, and it's great to have them here on our sideline and help keep the players safe, helping coaches make decisions of, hey, you know, is this, what do we need to do with this player? So the score right now is 8-12 with Britton Heckler ahead with 10:50 left to go in the third quarter, or in the fourth quarter, excuse me. Both teams have played really hard tonight, and really for a first game, I'm very impressed with both teams of how they're playing. Both are doing some good things, and hopefully the Panthers here can take it, move this ball down the field. And he's up. It's number 11 for them. Freshman. So you hope that he's okay. Is being helped by his coaches off the field.
Is Britton Heckler 12, GPL 8.
It does look like he's not able to put any weight on that leg, so we do hope the best for him.
Talked earlier about the volleyball team getting started next week. Cross country will wait until the following Monday, the 28th, for their first meet. That will be at Millbank.
Back deep to receive is Ryan Genstead and Michael Holeen.
Parents' night for volleyball is
So far tonight, most of the time he's been kicking short to the up backs.
Next home football game, Friday,
It's
September
always
1st,
important
Parents
that
Night against Dubrow.
everybody has their hands ready to get it. It's a squib kick, meaning it stays on the ground. Taken by Ryan Jenstead. Ryan looks for space, does a nice job getting up the field, and is down at
Jenstead,
our
ball carrier,
36-yard line.
tackled by Fagerlin for the Braves. Panthers will take over 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line.
Ryan did what he was supposed to there, picked the ball up and went straight up the field. It may not have looked pretty, but it's the right thing to do. So Panthers are set in I backfield. Brody under center. One split. Give up the middle. Just not quite able to get the seam. Giving to that first back that time, Keenan Moe.
2nd down and 10.
So there's no gain on that play. Alex Heil comes over the sideline, and Hayden Carley brings the play in. Britton Heckler, the second half, is really sat in a 3-3, but they've brought their one defensive back up pretty tight to the line. So and Panthers got to delay a game, so that would be 5-yard penalty.
Delayed game on the Panthers. 5-yard penalty.
It's always a hard one because the quarterback's got to see that back judge, but he's thinking about the play and what he's calling. Just have to be urgent, a sense of urgency getting up to that line. So we have 2nd and 15. Bartels split to our right, 2 split to the left, single back in the shotgun. Back to pass. Forced out of the pocket to the left. Lets it go. It's a little bit outside.
For Erickson falls incomplete. We'll set up a 3rd and 15 from the 30-yard line.
It's one of those a little bit hard ones because had an okay pocket, but started to get forced out. And then it's hard to keep your eyes downfield, but he did a pretty decent job. Panthers come up to the line, 2 backs, shotgun, single split, passing, keeping 2 backs in. Now he's pressured, balls away, intercepted.
Charleman's pass is intercepted
There is
by Jace Ryan.
one of those mistakes you'd like to have back. Just was a little bit late on that decision, and when you can't let that ball go late across the middle like that, but that's what happens. He's a young player, and it'll come. He was under pressure. It's a team effort. And now the defense has to step up. They've done that many times tonight. And Britton Heckler has really liked that midline or that middle.
Runs into the end zone for a Braves touchdown.
They've really liked that middle zone tonight and got good seal blocks. Only needed to make one cut and was able to take it on into the end zone. This is an important 2-point conversion for the Panthers to get a stop here. Again, running that midline option. We had good penetration at the point of attack, but he did a good job of cutting back, and Hawkinson was able to take it in for the 2-point conversion.
So with 8:55 left in the game, new score: Britton Heckler Braves 20, GPL Panthers 8.
Now the Panthers just got to keep their heads on. There's plenty of time left. Plenty of time left. You just have to make good plays here. Don't get yourself behind the chains so that you can dictate what you're taking to them, and so it's important that first play of every set of downs that you get something positive. Again, for the Panthers, deep will be Thomas Erickson and Michael Holine. So far tonight, Britton Heckler's struggled to get a deep kickoff. And I wouldn't be surprised if he squibs it again. In other words, kicks it along ground. That's what he does. Nice job by William Krenz, just feeling that ball falling on it. The Panthers take over in the 51. So that's what you're supposed to do in that front line. You know, sometimes those guys will want to get it and get going. So William did a nice job there, just getting on the ball. So Panthers take over in really good field position here. And like I said, they can be patient here. So a little bit of confusion there with players being in. Nice run up the middle for about 5 yards. That was a nice job by Colin.
Gain of 5 on the plate. 2nd and 5.
Two-back set. Brody in the shotgun. Again, it's the belly option. Gets about 2 yards on the play.
Grayson leans on the carry for the Panthers.
That was one of those cases where a couple of the Panther linemen got caught looking rather than being aggressive to their block. And again, it's a young player. Williams, a sophomore. He needed to seal hard on that block. Instead, he tried to reach on it and just didn't allow the play to get the yardage he could have. Sitting in there, nice job by Brody handling a low snap. Got it, probably about a yard loss. This is 4 down territory at this point, so.
Loss of 1, set up 4th and 5.
Michael Holine will be bringing in the play from. Coach Leishner sends in the play. Now they need to get it in and get up the line. Setting an I backfield. That's a pass rolling to his right. Ball's away and intercepted once again. He cuts back and run down by Krenz and Miles York.
Brought down by Krenz. Braves will take over 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now you can kind of expect that Great Plains is going to have to play with a little bit of reckless abandon here. Understanding Britton Heckler is going to try to eat this clock up. So it's important that your linemen get penetration, but they get that penetration in their zone so that they cannot cut it back. Second back with a lead block. That's what's called a power,
Jackson up the middle.
which means you're giving to the second back, and your first back is basically going straight through the hole to try to get the block. And defense waiting for the call. Again, jumping up in there with the linebackers. Motion across. Fumble on the play, and Panthers have got it. There was a case where the quarterback pulled out a little bit before the ball was in his hands, and the Panthers were able to capitalize and get on top of that ball. Great job. Here we go.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
An important drive for the Panthers. See Mile York come to the sideline here. Nice blocking up front. Able to get about 2 yards off the play.
Bull, the ball carrier. Tackled by Zilke. Gain of 3. It sets up second down and 7.
That was a nice tackle, KT. Nice tackle.
Hekla's basically stayed in their base defense all night. Back to pass. Got time. Nice catch. And in for the touchdown. Nice job by Hayden Carley. Nice throw by Brody Charlemagne. Panthers who go for 2 here. Hayden Carley. Sitting in the I backfield. Colin Moll, the fullback. Michael Holine back, give to the tailback. Gets off the block of this and into the end zone for a 2-point conversion. And the Panthers are within 4. This is an exciting game.
Remaining in the game. The new score. Britton Heckler 20. GPL 16.
5 minutes and 9 seconds left in the game. I wouldn't be surprised to see if Great Plains kicks off here and then plays tough defense. I'm sure that Britton Heckler is talking about to their players to watch the onside and be ready for that ball to come to those front line guys. That was just a nice pitch and catch. Hayden did a great job looking that ball in. He had a defender right in his face, but was able to take it away from him and then turned on the jets and was able to get in the end zone. An exciting game, and really proud of the way our Panthers have played hard the whole night, didn't give up. They could have easily have let down after that last score, but they didn't. They came back and kept on pushing. So Jacob Bartels will be teeing the ball up.
Bartels the kickoff for the Panthers.
You can see Britton Heckler is pretty tight to the line, expecting an onside. It is. And take it and go down there.
Play on the
And
play.
yeah, that it's offsides against the Panthers. They will have the choice to accept this or decline it.
Offsides on the Panthers on the kickoff.
Okay, they will be re-kicking it. So it'll be 5 yards.
So that'll be a 5-yard penalty, and we will do the kick again.
Chip Bartels will be kicking off again. You can see Burton Heckla has their middle backs tight to the line, expecting an onside kick. And Jacob squibs it. They pick it up. Brought down at about the 48-yard line of Burton Heckla.
Squibber is fielded by Beaner for the Braves, tackled by Miles York. The
Great
will
Plains
take
has
over
all
first
3
and 10 at
timeouts, so
their own 48-yard line.
they're Burton Heckla has to be playing to get first downs here. They can't just sit on the ball. Great Plains has to be smart but aggressive, and they can't sit back. They have to stay aggressive. Right away they go to the air and falls incomplete. Good coverage down there.
Zilke's pass intended for Fagerland falls incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
Burton Heckla sits in the I backfield. Split. Give to the second back. And great stop, bringing up 3rd down
Hawkinson up the
and
middle.
about 8.
First to meet him was Jacob Bartels. York got in on the party too.
You can
Gain of
guess
2
that
yards, 3rd and 8.
Burton Heckla will use up as much time as they possibly can here. I'm sure they're also thinking their one punt attempt tonight was blocked, but it's a big down and stop for the Panthers here. They've got to play good, smart defense. Cannot give up the edge, and then they have to stop that midline option.
Timeout Braves.
And Burton Heckla lets time run down and then calls a timeout. Both teams coming out. Looks like Burton Heckla is again going to set in that offset I, or I backfield, excuse me. And it's a quarterback keeper on the end, and a nice job by the Panthers defense. Keeping him short, brings up 4th. And
Tackled by Erickson. Gain of a couple. 4th and 5.
And Burton Heckla will go for it here. they're on our side of the field. They won't gain much by punting, and it's probably at this point in the game more dangerous to punt, so they will go for it here. Again, setting in the I backfield with a wing back. Set. Looks over, now goes under center. Okay, they took the delay of game, so now they probably will punt. Trying to get us jump off sign. Nice job by the Panthers holding their ground.
5-yard penalty will make it 4th and 10.
Now it's important that Panthers still think of being safe here, watching and avoiding a fake. Punt is away. It's a low line drive punt. Fielded by Micah at about the 12-yard line.
Moline fields the punt and is taken down shortly after that by Person. Panthers will take over 1st and 10 on the 17-yard line.
Plenty of time here. Still have all 3 timeouts, so you can still utilize the middle of the field here. You still can run the ball. You just have to make sure that you know what play's coming up next and be ready to go. Under center, single back. Nope, I backfield, excuse me. Pitches to second back. And for about 2 yards on the play. Now you got to know your play, get it out, and get it called.
Gain of a couple. 2nd down and 7.
Mike Holine brings the play in quickly. Like I said, you don't have to rush here. You still have all 3 timeouts, so you've got time. And you can be safe with the ball. You can still utilize the whole field here. 2 split right, single split left, single back, shotgun for Brody. Mike Holine in motion. And it's kind of a reverse double throw.
Holine's pass falls incomplete.
Was
intended for Alex Heil.
so
3rd and 7.
okay, they didn't use timeout. Now you got to get a good positive play. I backfield, 1 split, back to pass. Pocket's breaking down, tucks it, and he's going to take off. And he's brought down, and there's a flag on the play for binding down.
There is a flag on the play.
So I am guessing that this is going to be a personal foul and a 1st down for the Panthers. And it also happens with the clock being stopped, so that's nice. And horse collar is the call. So that'd be 15 yards.
There is no flag on the play.
Oh wait, they picked up the flag.
4th down and 3 from the 25.
Okay, this is it. Great Plains uses a timeout. Coming out of that, they
Timeout Panthers.
know it's a cliche, but this play will make the game or break the game for the Panthers, and they've got to be smart. They can run the ball yet here if it's there. The key will be the backs getting off and the line getting off the ball. Moving to the ball set. Brody under center, I backfield. Give us the second back. And he picks up the first down. Nice job, Panthers. Holding did a great job of finding the seam there. And again, nice fire off by the line, but Holding kept his feet moving, get themselves a first down. That's tough running by that young man. Nice job, Panthers. Here we go. Again, don't have to rush. You still have 2 timeouts left. I backfield. Brody under center. He's back to pass in the pocket. Go. Broken up by Britton Heckler. Clock stops with the incomplete pass. 2nd and 10. Okay. Be smart here. This is 4 down territory for the rest of the game. Back to pass, rolling to his right, waiting. It's ball goal, and I think that's going to be pass interference, and that's what it was called. The officials will discuss this. This might be a targeting call against a defenseless player. Pass interference. 15 yards in the first down. So pass interference against Britton Heckler. Gives the Panthers first down, and more importantly, it also stops the clock. Thomas Erickson brings the play in.
At the 35-yard line for Panthers.
Still have 2 timeouts. You can still utilize the entire field. And you can still have time that you can run the ball. Under center, I backfield, single split. It's pitched outside, ball's on the ground.
Fumble on the play, recovered by Erickson.
Thomas got on the ball right away. I'm sure he's a little bit disappointed, but he kept the ball in our possession, and that's important. Now we got to get it called. Shotgun, single back. Michael Holine in motion. Back to pass, looking out to the flats.
Charleman's pass falls incomplete.
Jake. Looks like we have an injury timeout. I think Jacob Bartels took one right off the funny bone, which he took a hard hit on that play. Training staff is going out, tend to him. And Great Plains uses timeout. You know, that's one of those where Jacob Bartels came back hard for that ball, and he took a big hit. But if he hadn't come back to that ball, it could have very likely been intercepted. So it's those little things that the Panthers have been doing well tonight, and been an exciting game to say the least. And I'm thinking the Panthers are going to get this ball in the end zone. They have time to work at getting this first down. They got plenty of time. Then they can start looking to the end zone.
You know what? Throw it away. We can print more.
Okay, high backfield. Brody will be under center. Single split to the right side. Back to pass, rolling to the right. Now he keeps it, lets it go.
Charlemagne's pass falls incomplete. Intended for Austin Rubendahl.
Austin tried going up for that ball, and
It sets up fourth down.
good to see him up. This is again, once again, we're at that play of the game, and it's fun to see these high school kids have the chance to do stuff like this. This is where you learn the lessons. Panthers come step up to it. Brody's in the shotgun, single back, two split to the left, single split right. Back to pass. Patient, lets it go. And overthrew his receiver. And Britton Heckler will take over on downs.
Braves take over on downs at the 42-yard line.
The Panthers have a lot to be proud of this game. They played hard. Yeah, they made some mistakes. These are high school kids, and this is the first game of the year, and you're going to see that. Britton Heckler made some mistakes too, but they were just able to. Now Britton Heckler gets be in that formation that every team loves to be in, called the victory formation. You take one of your best defensive backs, put them deep. The quarterback has got two protectors on each side of him, and then he'll get the ball and kneel down. Britton Heckler bring a player on. Just want to make sure they get the snap. You know, Great Plains shows a bunch of class there too. They go in and don't go batting on it. They understood it's great seeing this. It's what you see in this area with the high school kids hugging each other after the game. They know they both played hard. And that's all you can say about both these teams. Thank you guys for watching tonight. And keep watching your Panthers and cheering them on. And really, what a great game. I mean, this was two high school teams that got some youth. I think both of them are going to surprise some people this year. Saw a lot of good things out of both teams tonight. So, God's blessings. Have a wonderful night. And, a lot of big things. Make sure you're looking on the GPL website and on the calendar for upcoming events. We got volleyball starting next week. In 2 weeks, we've got cross country, more football games on the way. Keep cheering your Panthers on as these kids use their God-given talents to His glory. And thank you to the coaching staff. Thank you to both teams. Thank you to the officials tonight. And thank you guys for watching and listening. And may God bless your evening.